stand at the edge of Lake Wanaka as the first light of day touches New Zealand. This is Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud, the last significant landmass discovered by humans. Here, at the edge of the world, dawn breaks before almost anywhere else on Earth. What is it about places at the very edge that draw us? Those final frontiers where land meets sea, where civilization meets wilderness. New Zealand exists at the boundary of many worlds, between past and present, between preservation and progress, between isolation and connection. New Zealand broke away from the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana 85 million years ago, drifting into solitude in the vast Pacific. This isolation allowed evolution to follow its own unique path, creating ecosystems unlike anywhere else on our planet. Even when Maori settlers arrived around 1300 CE, followed by Europeans in the 1800s, this land remained profoundly shaped by its remoteness. This journey will take us through landscapes formed by fire and ice. The hidden corners where ancient forests stand untouched by time. And to waters where the boundary between ocean and sky seems to dissolve. We'll discover how isolation has shaped not just the land, but its people, creating a distinctive spirit of resilience and innovation. If you see the subscribe button, click it. It's completely free and it helps us a lot. Here, in the Waipoua forest, stands Tane Mahuta, Lord of the Forest. A giant kauri tree, believed to be between 1,250 and 2,500 years old. Its massive trunk rises like a pillar, holding up the sky, an echo of the Māori creation story. Where the god Tain separated earth and heaven. Let's play a game. Can you guess how many people it would take, holding hands, to encircle Tane Mahuta's 13.8 metre girth? 5, 10, 20... The answer is 17 adults. A living testament to the sheer scale of these forest giants. Kauri trees are among the world's most ancient, with ancestors dating back 190 million years. Yet these magnificent trees face an uncertain future. Kauri dieback disease threatens this fragile ecosystem, a microscopic pathogen attacking these ancient giants that have weathered centuries of storms. On the footpath, I meet Māori conservationist Hannah. Though we exchange no words, I watch as she places her hand gently on Tane Mahuta's trunk and touches her forehead in the traditional hongi greeting, sharing the breath of life with this ancient being. What the kauri forests represent is something beyond mere trees. They are living connections to New Zealand's primeval past. To stand here is to experience a landscape unchanged since the time of dinosaurs. One that evolved in splendid isolation for millions of years. These forests remind us that isolation can be a powerful force for creation. Just as New Zealand's separation from the world fostered unique life forms found nowhere else, sometimes our own moments of solitude allow for the most profound growth. The boundary between New Zealand's ancient forests and the restless Tasman Sea is abrupt. A meeting of worlds that have shaped each other for millennia. As I travel south along the island's western edge, each curve in the road reveals another dialogue between land and water. The next wonder we'll discover was born from this conversation between ice and stone, a place where glaciers from the southern Alps reach toward the temperate rainforest in a phenomenon seen almost nowhere else on Earth. Most places on Earth, you would need to travel thousands of kilometres to journey from rainforest to glacier. Here, at Franz Josef, that journey is a matter of minutes. I walk through temperate rainforest, lush ferns and moss-covered trees, with the scent of earth and vegetation thick in the air. Yet before me stretches a river of ice descending from the southern Alps. This is one of the few places on our planet where glaciers extend into rainforest environments, creating an ecological boundary that seems to defy natural order. The glacier flows from the mountains toward the Tasman Sea, descending to just 300 metres above sea level. The ice beneath my feet is in constant motion, flowing downhill at a rate of up to 50 centimetres each day. Yet this ancient ice is retreating, shrinking in our warming world. In the past century, Franz Josef has lost nearly a quarter of its mass. Dr. Stevens has studied this glacier for 15 years, measuring its retreat. Each layer of ice is like a page in Earth's diary, she explains, showing me ice that fell as snow centuries ago. In these frozen layers are trapped air bubbles, perfect samples of Earth's ancient atmosphere. What makes New Zealand's glaciers particularly valuable to science is their rapid response to climate changes. Unlike polar glaciers that react over decades or centuries, these mountain glaciers respond within years, making them early indicators of global patterns. As I watch this pristine water begin its journey to the sea, I'm struck by how it embodies New Zealand's position in time. The ice releasing this water fell as snow long before humans arrived. Yet its accelerating melt forecasts our planet's future. Beneath the pastoral landscapes of New Zealand's North Island lies another world altogether, one hidden from the sun for millions of years. The rolling hills of Waitomo conceal an extensive network of limestone caves, sculptured by water and time into cathedral-like spaces. But it's not just the caves themselves that draw visitors from across the globe. It's what lives within them. Tiny creatures that have turned darkness into light. As my eyes adjust to the darkness, the ceiling transforms into a living constellation of blue-green stars. These are not stars, but Arachnocampa luminosa, glowworms found only in New Zealand. In the perfect darkness of these ancient caves, thousands of these tiny creatures create one of nature's most magical displays. Each glowworm produces a hanging nest of silk threads coated with droplets of mucus, living fishing lines. Their blue-green light attracts flying insects that become entangled in these threads. To join us on future journeys to places as extraordinary as this, tap subscribe now. Maori people have known about these caves for centuries. The name Waitomo comes from the Maori words wai, water, and tomo, sinkhole, for local guide Kiri. These caves are both a natural wonder and a cultural treasure. She navigates our small boat in perfect silence, respecting both the delicate ecosystem and the spiritual significance of the place. What strikes me most in this underground world is the perfect adaptation of the glowworms to their environment. In complete isolation from other ecosystems, they developed their bioluminescence, light from biochemical reactions within their bodies as a response to the specific conditions of these caves. The glowworm's story mirrors New Zealand's own, an isolated environment, fostering unique adaptations. Cut off from the world, life finds innovative solutions. As I emerge from darkness into light, I'm reminded that boundaries between dark and light, between isolation and connection, often foster the most remarkable innovations. Let's play a game. If you were a flying insect in these caves, would you be more attracted to A, a bright flashing light, or B, a steady, consistent glow? The answer is B. Unlike human-made flashing lights, glowworms maintain a steady glow that mimics starlight, reflecting on water, precisely what flying insects navigate by. This evolutionary strategy, developed over millions of years, in isolation, creating a perfect hunting mechanism. From the ancient darkness of Waitomo, I travel to a landscape where Earth's fiery heart beats close to the surface. The central North Island sits atop the meeting point of two tectonic plates, a boundary that has created a geothermal wonderland. Here, in Rotorua, the veil between Earth's surface and its molten core grows thin. The result is a place where water and fire dance together in spectacular displays of nature's power. The champagne pool before me seems to defy reality with its otherworldly colours. Turquoise water encircled by a vibrant orange mineral rim. Constant bubbles breaking its surface as carbon dioxide rises from deep below. At 74 degrees Celsius, these waters would scald human flesh, yet they teem with microscopic life, extremophile bacteria that thrive in conditions that would kill most organisms. Subscribe to continue exploring the world's most extraordinary places with us. Wai-O-Tapu means sacred waters in Māori, a fitting name for this surreal landscape. The vibrant colours come from minerals dissolved in the water. Antimony, arsenic, sulphur and gold create this natural painter's palette. What appears beautiful to our eyes will be deadly to touch. For Maori people, these geothermal areas have been centres of healing and cooking for centuries. constant heat provided natural hot pools for bathing and cooking pits where food would steam in Earth's own kitchen. I watch as local elder Wiremu prepares a hangich, a traditional method of cooking using geothermal heat, food wrapped in leaves. It's placed in a pit covered with earth. Hours later, perfectly steamed and infused with minerals from the steam, the meal emerges. The earth provides, Wiremu tells me, not just the food, but the heat to cook it, the minerals that give our bodies strength. We don't own the land, we're in relationship with it. What makes New Zealand's geothermal areas unique is their accessibility. While similar features exist in places like Yellowstone or Iceland, nowhere else can you find such a concentration of diverse geothermal features in such a compact, visitable area. Boundaries between earth, water, and sky blur in this extraordinary landscape. Steam creates a constant dialogue between ground and air. Mineral-laden water builds solid stone terraces in endless cycles of dissolution and creation. Standing here, it becomes clear that what we perceive as solid earth is actually in constant flux. From Earth's fiery depths, I journey to a landscape painted with some of New Zealand's most extraordinary colours. Lake Tekapo sits in a glacial valley, its waters infused with fine rock flour, mineral particles ground by glaciers and suspended in the meltwater. Creating a brilliant turquoise blue, unlike any other lake. What makes this alpine gem truly magical is the seasonal transformation that occurs each November and December. The shores burst into a riot of purple, pink and blue as Russell lupins bloom in spectacular profusion, creating one of New Zealand's most photographed landscapes. Church of the Good Shepherd, built in 1935, provides a perfect focal point for this natural canvas. Through its altar window, an unobstructed view of the lake and mountains creates a frame within a frame, a window to the divine according to local worshippers. As darkness falls, Lake Tekapo reveals another boundary crossed between Earth and cosmos, recognised as one of the world's finest dark sky reserves. The night here offers a view of our galaxy, rarely seen in our light-polluted world. At the nearby Mount John Observatory, astronomers from around the world gather to study the cosmos through some of the clearest skies on Earth. The absence of light pollution creates a window to the universe that reminds us of our place within it. Tiny observers on the edge of a vast cosmic wilderness. The fiery wonders of Rotorua, a journey to New Zealand's eastern shores. Where another boundary creates extraordinary encounters. The Kaikoura coast is a place of convergence, where mountains tumble directly into the sea. Where southern waters meet a deep underwater canyon. This unique geography creates one of the richest marine ecosystems on Earth. Place where giants from the deep rise to the surface in a daily spectacle rarely seen elsewhere. A massive dark shape breaks the surface, followed by an explosive exhale that rises 5 meters into the air. I'm watching a male sperm whale, the largest predator on Earth, resting between dives in the waters off Kaikoura. These magnificent creatures, which can reach lengths of 18 meters, dive to depths of over 2,000 meters in search of giant squid. What makes Kaikoura extraordinary is the underwater topography. A deep canyon that comes unusually close to shore, bringing deep ocean species within viewing distance of land. Nowhere else on Earth can you reliably see sperm whales so close to shore throughout the year. The Kaikoura Canyon plunges to depths of 1,300 metres just a few kilometres offshore. This underwater valley channels nutrients from the deep ocean, creating a marine food web of exceptional richness. The canyon's proximity to land means that ocean giants, normally hidden in the open ocean, come remarkably close to shore. Marine biologist Dr. Sarah Williams has studied these whales for a decade. What's unique about Kaikoura's whales is their predictability, she explains. The abundance of food means they're here year-round, unlike migratory species. Her research uses photo identification of tail flukes, as distinctive as human fingerprints, to track individual whales over time. When a sperm whale dives, it will disappear for up to 90 minutes, hunting in pitch darkness at depths where pressure would crush a human instantly. These creatures literally live between worlds, the world of air and surface that we inhabit. And the lightless depths we can barely explore with our most advanced technology. The richness of life here extends beyond the massive whales. Pods of dusky dolphins, sometimes numbering in the hundreds, feed in these productive waters. Unlike the solitary, deep-diving whales, these social cetaceans travel in groups. Their playful nature, a stark contrast to the methodical, solitary sperm whales. The boundary waters of Kaikoura offer us a rare glimpse into ocean lives, typically hidden from human eyes. Standing on the shore, I can see snow-capped mountains. Behind me, and ocean giants before me. A convergence that embodies New Zealand's position at the edge of multiple worlds. As day ends at Lake Wanaka, I've come full circle. The same mountains that caught first light this morning now glow with the day's final rays. New Zealand's position at the edge of continents, of time zones, of ecological boundaries defines its unique character. Throughout this journey, we've seen how life at the boundary creates extraordinary possibilities. From ancient forests where primeval trees still stand, to glowworms that turn darkness into starlight, to the fiery meeting of earth and water. And finally, to the convergence of land and deep ocean. The power of edges, those places where different worlds meet, is that they foster both preservation and innovation. It's at these frontiers that we, like New Zealand itself, discover our most resilient and creative selves.